All right, I thought this was pretty cool. Not that Caitlin Clark was inside Kroger and grocery shopping necessarily. As I've told you, I don't really do the paparazzi thing. But the IU Indianapolis Women's College Basketball posted these photos from inside the grocery store. Obviously, they stopped Caitlin as she was pushing her cart full of produce there. But the hoodie did make me take notice. The hoodie that Caitlin is wearing, as you can see there, that says tough shit across the front of it, which is just another homage to Kobe Bryant. That Caitlin, has clearly made it clear she is a big Kobe Bryant fan. Not just from the hoodie that you see in the photo, of course. There it is again. But from the sneakers that she has worn throughout her career. And that hoodie, if you don't understand the reference, is actually for Vanessa Bryant. Vanessa Bryant, Kobe's widow, when she unveiled the statue for Kobe Bryant, she said those words. She said those words. Here is Vanessa Bryant at the time.
And for the record, Kobe picked the pose you're about to see. So if anyone has any issues with it, tough shit.
And that went viral, of course, as one might understand and get. And Nike had then sent Vanessa Bryant a version of said hoodie, which she posted on her Instagram at the time. There you see it right there. And so that's where that reference comes from. And I'm sure Caitlin obviously has access to things that may not be available to the general public, including unreleased Kobe Bryant sneakers. I showed you the Indiana Fever practice footage, but she was also wearing sneakers, Kobe sneakers, during that practice that are not out yet. You see the yellow shoes, Kobe with the low top style kicks generally. And that was Caitlin at practice there, where she was wearing those shoes, which were, I believe, the Kobe 5s, unreleased Kobe 5s at the practice. And this goes back to college, too. I mean, Caitlin broke the all-time scoring record while wearing Kobe Bryant kicks at Iowa. Like, this is not a new thing. She set the all-time record in those shoes. The Kobe 6s on her feet right there. And she has expressed her admiration not just for Kobe Bryant's shoes, but for Kobe Bryant's attitude and mentality in the past. This was after the game in Los Angeles where she hit those big shots down the stretch. She was asked about the inspiration.
Best things in the world, like everybody knows the Bruce Lees are my babies. Like I had them on tonight. I mean, I guess that's just like the mentality you have to have as a competitor. Is just like you want those moments, you like embrace those moments when your team needs a big shot, and I was able to create a little separation and get the shot off, and would have been nice to hit a few more of those tonight, but hey, we got the job done when we needed to.
And that's in reference essentially to Mamba mentality, right? Which is Kobe Bryant's phrase and sort of living testament now that he is gone and no longer with us. And Caitlin clearly was referencing that there. And, the Bruce Lee's, that's another style of the Kobe Bryant shoe. Clearly, Caitlin's going to be wearing those Kobe's until she gets her own signature joint, until that is actually out there and into the universe. We know that Nike is, of course, working on that right now, and that's going to be, their biggest release, I think, at this point. I've seen that. I think Nike's stock may not be doing so well right at this moment, so they really could use that Caitlin Clark boost and stimulus that so many places have seen, including the WNBA. And Caitlin was also wearing Kobe's at All-Star Weekend, too. She was wearing those at All-Star Weekend, and she met with some of the Bryant family there at the time, too. Like, it's it was a nice little scene in Phoenix. You can see Caitlin right here saying hello. So a nice moment as she continues to wear Kobe's kicks, and it's a shame, obviously, that shame is too light a word for it. It is a absolute tragedy that Kobe's daughter passed in the accident as well. Gigi, she Kobe was a girl dad, famously, and obviously, I think he would have been a big Caitlin Clark fan. And as someone who has always taken, LeBron arguments and things, it is worth noting how much Kobe's legacy lives on in the way that he inspired people as a competitor. Because it's not just Caitlin that you see sometimes pointing out how Kobe was a big inspiration for her. That happens across the basketball world. And Kobe did have that relentless, desire to not lose. And obviously an incredible career that started with Shaquille O'Neal and the three-peat that they had. And then again, he won a couple of titles next to Pau Gasol and that version of the Lakers team. Hell, while we're talking about Team USA right now, my favorite Kobe Bryant memory was actually in the gold medal game against Spain. Much like you've seen the U.S. squad defer to LeBron down the stretch now, that team, the redeemed team, deferred to Kobe down the stretch of that game. And, that at the time that both Gasol brothers were on Spain, and it was a tight game. It was the redeemed team that was meant to avenge the loss in 2004, and they were in a tight one in the gold medal game until Kobe took over and sort of willed them to victory down the stretch. Now, LeBron and Wade were huge for that team across the entire tournament, but when it came down to it, it was Kobe Bryant in those moments. And so I thought when I saw the moment at the grocery store, the Kroger thing, instead of just being like, look, Caitlin Clark is at the grocery store, I thought I would tell a little story about her hoodie and her shoes and the continued legacy that we've seen in basketball from the late, great Kobe Bryant. And clearly, Caitlin Clark takes some cues from Kobe in the way that she approaches the game and the way that she consistently competes.